Hello, hello! Perfidious Pete here, ready to watch Reed Richards whip out another cosmic cube on another unsuspecting underground abomination in Darkest Dungeon. And say what you want about Reed Richards, and there's a lot to be said. For instance, he's a supercilious prig. He should be using his godlike intellect perhaps to uplift his fellow man instead of dedicating it to his own aggrandizement. What could Sue Storm possibly see in such an asshat? Is he the reason that Sue drinks so much it's really starting to affect her lifestyle? He's got many flaws, admittedly, but when it comes to winning, there is one thing we got to say about Reed Richards, and that is he knows the key to victory is cheating. Reed Richards cheats like nobody since Batman, and Batman got devoured by a spider probably because Batman didn't cheat enough. But since Batman's devouring, nobody cheats like Reed Richards. The man always has a trick up his sleeve of some variety. He's always holding back a trump card. He's always hanging on to a cosmic cube or an ultimate nullifier or some other bullshit gadget that he built in his spare time because apparently having fully controllable, resizable genitals isn't enough of a coup for Reed Richards. No, he needs more. He also has to always make sure that he has an I win button hidden somewhere in his stretchy pants. It's frustrating. The man has more Deus Ex Machinas than Eidos Interactive, for crying out loud. It's probably, I think, why I hate Reed Richards so much. I mean, sure, there's also the fact that he's kind of a dick, but it's, I think, more the Deus Ex Machinas than anything else. So I'm thinking what we'll do is maybe fling our 4 companions here down into a dungeon and see if I can't get Reed to go the way of Batman, which is devoured by a spider. Because, hey, if getting eaten by a spider is good enough for the world's greatest detective, it's damn sure good enough for the world's bendiest, pompous douche nozzle. What do we got then? Medium level missions. Well, this one's in the Weald, so it's immediately discounted. Not gonna do it. Got a short mission. Don't hate that. Bloody herb. That's not terrible. It's not good. It's just not terrible. What's this ruin? Ooh, a long mission in the ruins. Lot of ducats to be had here. Long mission means EXP. Don't hate that even a little. Our stress looks good. Okay. Yeah, I think we can do this, but there are just a couple quick changes we are going to need to make. We did earn enough cash last episode that I think we can afford to upgrade to the skills we prefer, because some of the ones Reed has, I don't like. Specifically, we really need flashing daggers, because that skill is the shit. Let's get rid of Shadow Fade and also Poison Darts. In fact, let's just get rid of everything. I want Pick to the Face. I want flashing daggers. I want Thrown Dagger, and probably, I'm thinking Shadow Fade is pretty good if we get pushed to the front, but Lunge is also useful. I mean, really, it's just Flashing Daggers, Thrown Dagger, and Pick to the Face is all I ever sort of use. I guess I tend to keep... Toxic Trickery cures Blights and Bleeds, so you know what? Yeah, we'll roll with that. Sue Storm, you were good, though, right? Yeah, you're good. Johnny Storm, you're also looking good. And Benjamin J. Grimm, you had the other thing we needed to do, which was get you Holy Lance. Do I really want to roll with Holy Lance, though? I think we'll... let's chimp out a little bit. All right, fine. I'm going El Cheapo method on this one. I'm sorry, Ben. You are the only really respectable member of this team. I feel sorry. You're the rock, to coin a phrase, on which their success is built. Also, we're going to equip trinkets. Shouldn't our trinkets be taken care of, though? Yeah, we don't even have to re-equip trinkets. Man, the Fantastic Four come prepared. See, this is what I'm talking about. They always got a goddamn trick up their sleeve. So let's just provision them and go. We're doing a long dungeon. Long means a lot of food. Expenditures, admittedly, going to be high. We're going to spend a lot on provisions here. I am going to go with 3 full stacks of food. Shovels, I'm going to bring... 4 is probably acceptable. Let's just get by with 4 shovels. 2 anti-venoms, 2 bandages, 2 medicinal herbs, 1 key, 2 holy waters, because we are going into the ruins, and I'm thinking, let's go 18 torches. That was a hefty investment, but I have every confidence that we're going to get that money back. Also, we're going to do something a little different. It's actually a tip somebody suggested in the comments on one of the videos, and I thought, man, that's a really good idea. How did I not notice this before? I'm an idiot is the answer to the question, how I didn't notice it before. But that is, when you're rolling through the dungeon, just start with your Jester in position 1 so that you can lead with a finale. That is actually subtly genius, and it is a tactic which I am fully going to adopt. Our Jester almost always wins speed rolls over at least the other members of his party, with the exception of the potential Gravedigger, and with the skills we have rocking on our Gravedigger, she's just as effective out of position 3 as she is out of position 1. So this is something that has literally no drawbacks. Exploring 90% of rooms admittedly has some significant drawbacks. That's a real shit mission to roll on a large dungeon, but we're here for the EXP. Sack's contents are mine, 250 gold. Somebody has the map though, right? Who's rocking the Ancestors map? Probably our Jester, right? Yeah, okay. As long as somebody has it, we coup. Just wanted to make sure. We're going to want that scouting at every opportunity. Nice dodge, by the way. Of course, if you had scouted, dodge would have been entirely unnecessary. I'm just saying. Just trying to, you know, little tip for the future. I'm open to feedback as well. You know, if I can adapt my tactics by putting a Jester in the front from the start, which really is a fantastically good idea. If I can do that, why can't you be like, hey, maybe I should start scouting a little? You know, for instance, say now would be a good time to start. We don't read books in Darkest Dungeon. The books contain only horrors. You never read books in the dungeon. And how we doing on Torchlight? Real bad. So let's burn 3 of these puppies. Yeah, you know what? 85 is good enough, actually. That puts us in the maximum category. We'll save 1. Empty room. Okay, so how about some scouting, though? Maybe. What do you say? A little bit? No. Still no scouting. All right, then. To say that you guys are disappointing me would be a bit of an understatement. I am disappointed. Gonna burn that torch that puts us back into the high light rating. Ready to go into this room. Some scouting, though, maybe. Okay. Team. There we go. Open those eyes, baby. You and the cabbie don't get to sleep all the way to the airport. We're gonna get to skip 2 of these rooms. I really feel like since we would have to fight a room battle, go down here and backtrack, this is an effective room to skip. So there's skip number 1 right there. We have used our party veto. Grab me another torch though. Pick that up, burn that bad boy, puts us back at 87. Could have disarmed that and actually reduced our stress instead of just walking into it, but you know. I never seem to be able to stop in time. It's like the teams just got to flow and they want to keep rolling like a Limp Bizkit song. And I can't ever rein them in time to stop running into those damn traps. Secret room. All right, then. Well, we're going to hit that secret room for damn sure. We have to go through this hallway battle. Should we hit the secret room first? We don't necessarily have to do this hallway battle. We've still got 2 camps. You know what? I think we're good. All right. Let's go ahead and throw that in the old Iron Maiden. Grab some loot here. Sweet, 500 gold. Otherworldly corruption? Yeah, if only it could staunch the flow of otherworldly corruption, the Darkest Dungeon would already be, you know, completely defeated because I've gotten an abundance of treasure. But clearly it can't, Wayne, and honestly I would kind of appreciate it if you'd stop lamenting the fact. You need to accept the things you can't change, Wayne. You just gotta come at it, just, you know, take the 12-step approach. Accept the things you cannot change. Surrender to a higher power, whatnot. I'm not trying to mock that. I'm just saying it's legitimately good advice, Wayne. Except for maybe the higher power bit. I'm not sure I buy into that whole thing. Full light level. We've got to do this fight. Let's get it done. We don't have any bleeds on our Jester, but that's fine because bleeds are fantastically disuseful in this particular chunk of the dungeon anyway. Starting things off with the finale, putting a serious hurting on that shit biscuit. And that's going to let Reed Richards whip out the Cosmic Cube. Get cubed, boy. We got him. He got cubed. Fully cubed. And you guys are down to a single man who has nothing but an axe blade to throw at Benjamin J. Grimm, who says it's clobbering time. Gonna get a quick heal off. Nice critical on Sue Storm. Little cheap stress relief. And that does put us back in the fully healed department. Might as well go pick to the face then. Reed Richards does have a torn rotator cuff, which is a little suboptimal. Let's get a battle ballad working here. Get us some bonus accuracy, a little bonus critical. Nice dodge from the Richards. We got him stacked for dodge, which is nice. And I think we're just going to go Holy Light here. Sue Storm, use one of your crushing things. You know, you can make ultimately indestructible force fields and use them to squash people into tiny little shells of their former selves. This we're just going to throw on the floor. Seems like you should use that as an offensive weapon way more than you do. Just squishing people down into... I wonder, you know, is there a limit here? This is the kind of thing that Perfidious Pete thinks about in his free time. So there's a thing called the Roche limit, which is a physical constant for any body that has mass. And if you crush it so small that it falls within its Roche limit, it will actually collapse due to its own... It experiences gravitational collapse and forms a singularity. My question with Sue Storm is, since her force fields are so miraculously powerful, couldn't she just crush shit down under its Roche limit and make it into a... I mean, could she literally crush someone into a black hole? This is the kind of thing... Is she powerful enough to do that? What's the limit for the force field? These are the kind of things that trouble me. What if she could just crush the planet? I mean, the planet is pretty damned incompressible. Is, you know, made mostly of nickel, iron, and silicon, which by and large are about as compressed as they could get. But what if? Do you think Sue's got that level? Has she got that much under the hood, as it were? Has she got that kind of superpowered muscle? I mean, your son, Franklin Richards, could will the world to not exist at any point in time, but how powerful is the container of the womb that spawned Franklin Richards? What part and how much culpability does Reed Richards have for implanting him into said womb? I don't know. These kind of things trouble me. I think a lot of culpability, just because I like to blame shit on Reed Richards. Okay. You know, we could hit this lock display cabinet with a shovel. This uses a shovel and gives us potential loot. Problem I see with doing that, we can't carry it. So you know what? Here's what we're going to do. We ignore this for now. We've got a hallway battle, so we are going to want to crank up our light level. And it's starting to look like maybe I didn't bring enough torches. We do, you know, we can refill our torchlight by camping. So I forgot to restore my party order, though. Damn it. We could have got a free kill on Jackass back here. This man could already be dead. If only we were thinking correctly and smartly, that man would already be a puddle on the floor. Benjamin J. Grimm, though, does not fail to... he does not fail to deliver. The man does not disappoint. Pulling the kill, and Sue Storm picking up the slack for her slacker-ass brother, just like she always does. Always get it. Man, look at the dodges, though. This Benjamin J. Grimm, he's not just a powerful rock monster enhanced by cosmic rays. The dude also knows how to fight. This is one of the reasons why when it comes down to a fist fight with the Hulk, even though the Hulk is stronger, more powerful by all respects, Benjamin J. Grimm almost always whoops Hulk ass. Why does he whoop Hulk ass? Because he knows how to fight, and the Hulk is just a giant green freakish rage monster. He fights uncontrollable. Benjamin J. Grimm, he's got skill, man. He's got skill. Speaking of skill, do the thing. Oh, let's put you back. Actually, should have made this the default party order, but wasn't thinking about it before I went into the dungeon. That's fine, though. See, we're going to kill this guy straight up. Because Robbie, yeah, this is great. We got this. Johnny Storm, going to do... Oh, you can't kill that man? Well, one of the stress units is dead, and that's really all we care about. We got one. We could possibly knit one Pearl 2 here if we get lucky. Didn't get quite that lucky. Give me a Jacques Hughes. Beautiful, powerful blow. Hell yeah. And bolt of lightning from the sky. Man, the Fant4stic is freaking doing work here. Look at these guys. Also, they've been, so far, basically untouchable. I think the only damage we've taken before that hit was from a trap. They're ripping it up. They're ripping it up. We could have Johnny Storm here sing for a little stress relief. We don't have any stress to relieve. What do you do when there's no stress to relieve? The team is ripping it apart here.
Press this advantage. Give them no quarter.
It's just, they're putting on a clinic. They really are, guys. This is a masterful display. I would love to get this emerald. I'm more interested really in money than anything else. And you know what? Bandages, I don't think we're going to need you. I'm going to take this emerald. You know what? Anti-venom? I'm going to take 300 gold instead of you. The heirlooms I don't give a shit about. Sarcophagus, we may as well touch it because we're not coming back this way. 125 gold, which is fine. At least it's stackable. And back we go. Now comes the decision time. You know what? No. 2 torches are more valuable than whatever's in that. They really are. Read, if you would. Thank you. Ultimate nullifier that trap for me. Because that's how you deal with your minor annoyances. It'd be like, what is it? Coffee makers out of filters. Fine. Let's use the ultimate nullifier and make there be more coffee filters again. So tired of this place. I'll just make a universe where I never ran out of coffee filters. It's the kind that's just the way Reed Richards thinks. He'd be like, you know, I could just go to the store and buy coffee filters, but why have ultimate nullifier if you're not going to use it? I built it for a reason. This universe, I'm just going to create a new one that's exactly the same as the old one, except in the new universe, I still have coffee filters, and I could get my morning cup of Folgers. It's really all he's looking for, a little bit of Folgers coffee. Also, do this. And then maybe poke this decorative urn. Yeah, hell, pitch some holy water in that. Jewels? Oh yeah, jewels. All right. Emerald or rubies? This is an intriguing question. Actually, the answer is neither. The answer is both. We're gonna have both emeralds and rubies. This jade, though. Yeah, you're going on the floor. Hunger, fine. We still got plenty of food. We're sitting pretty in the food department. No worries, no concerns. No troubles, no frets, no nothing. We're rolling through this, baby. We haven't even camped yet, and look at this. We're tearing this dungeon apart. We're ripping it up. This one's on you. Got it. Ancestors map, doing work, getting rid of our 2 stress. Books, no, we don't touch those. Remember, when it comes to the Darkest Dungeon, never touch a book. This is the lesson Darkest Dungeon wants you to learn. Torches, though, here, gonna forego them. I'm gonna fight a little bit of a lower light battle here. I realize it's slightly suboptimal. We still actually managed to get surprised. I'm very surprised by that, but I am not at all displeased. Jimmy Stress Unit buys the farm. Beautiful. Throw a dagger into this man's heart. Double beautiful. Oh, this team, though. How can I hate the Fantastic Four the way they deserve to be hated when they perform like this? They've been magic so far. They're doing work. Comes the old axe blade. All right, somebody finally got a piece of Benjamin J. Grimm, which honestly, not that big a deal. It just gives us a chance to use our stress relief. This is fine. This is why we have Johnny Storm. This is why we brought the comic relief. We brought the comic relief for comic relief. Let's get some comic relief out of him. Hey, comic relief guy. 17, 9, and 6. All right. Why don't you calm down your big buddy there? I know normally that's against your instincts. Usually you would try and magnify his duress. You try and egg him on, try and goad him, try and tick him off, because that's just sort of the way your relationship works. But in this case, maybe, maybe settle him down. Big Ben Grimm, putting a walloping on that guy, and I think we'll just let Reed finish the job. There we go. Battle taken care of. A little extra gold. Patch us up, get us a little extra food as well. And then we're going to hit this secret room, and we are probably going to camp in the secret room, and what we'll do then is we'll camp, and we'll use the camp to refresh our torchlight. So again, we're rolling full dark meta here. Well, except for this, because I don't have anywhere to carry that torch, so I'm going to go ahead and burn it. Oh, shit, we passed it. Damn it. Into the secret room, guys. There we go. And no shambler in here. Fantastic. Now's the time. Camp it out. First thing we do. Oh, there goes all of our stress. So, stress, that problem, totally sorted. All right, it's all about preventing ambushes and buffs then. So we're going to go for Sanctuary. Taken care of. Anybody got a disease? You do. What disease do you have, Reed? It says Reed has a disease. What is it? Seriously, though, what disease do you have? How come I can't open the thing to look at this? Fine, here. Just snuff box yourself, then. Oh, you had rabies, son of a bitch. I wanted to keep that. Ah. Yeah, I'm Reed Richards. I shall not have rabies. Well, I have cured rabies. You didn't cure rabies. Louis Pasteur cured rabies. Nope. The Pasteur treatment was a mockery and a fraud. I, Reed Richards, actually invented a time machine, went back in time, cured rabies, and used not Jonas Salk. He cured polio, but actually that was me too. I got both Dr. Salk and Louis Pasteur. I went back in time and used them as my cat's paw to cure it. You say I wasn't using my massive intellect to uplift the human species. I have, Pete. You just don't know about it. Because I do it all retroactively through puppets and minions so as not to break the space-time continuum. Who do you think left the cure for the rabies vaccine conveniently on the table for Mr. Pasteur to take credit for? Am I saying that Louis Pasteur is a scumbag? Basically, yes, a thief and an uninventive man, because it was I, Reed Richards, that cured rabies. That's exactly how I imagine Reed Richards would work. All companions minus 15% stress, and yes, give me the stress debuff, that's fine. Little every rose has its stone. A rose that is stone. Just like every groupie has an STI. My Johnson rotted off, yeah, yeah.
The match is struck.
I don't really know much about the genitals for that particular musical group, but I assume they've had some woes and troubles. Really? This is what my secret room contained? That was real disappointing, actually. Okay, I mean, normally we get like 7,500 gold out of that. In this case, we got next to nothing. Wow, what a jip. We got hosed on that deal. Am I skipping hallway battles? Yes. Why make the dungeon take longer than it needs to? We don't get extra EXP or anything like that. There's no benefit. There's no bonus. We're just, we're like electricity, baby. We're just going to take the path of least resistance. If we throw holy water on this, I believe... Is it medicinal? It's medicinal herbs. It's been a while since I've been in the ruins. There we go. One of these, if we drop a torch on it, it restores our torchlight. You throw medicinal herbs on that bad boy, it usually gets you a fat scad of loot. In this case, it got us a disappointingly small amount of loot, but still, loot is loot. Torch. Yeah, we could do with one. That's fine. Crank the light level back up over max. We only have 5 rooms left to go, and we don't even have to go into one of those. Alright, let's do this, Johnny Storm. Murder. That was not as much murder as I might have hoped for, but it was, you know, some level of murder, and it is going to allow us to get a cheap, quick kill. So, all things considered, I'll allow it. Little blanket fire, that's fine. Sue Storm's going to undo all of that damage on her turn. Nothing to worry about. Let's start wailing on Fatty here. Benjamin J. Grimm, get to work on the big guy. Big guy, you take the big guy. This is how things work in the comic book lore and universe. The big guy hits the big guy. This is the rule. Another blanket fire. Again, not worried about the blanket fire. Sue Storm's going to undo that, no problems. Have a dagger in the heart, though. Didn't quite hit the heart, but we'll allow it. We don't have any stress, so no need to try and grind any of that down. Let's just get some accuracy buffs. A little bit of damage buff. We're going to get at least one more round here, so you know what? I would really rather have you be dead and not have to worry about undoing a blanket fire again. If you could just not hit us with a blanket fire, that would be better. A few light lashes for Sue Storm, a little bit of a bleed, not really an issue. Benjamin Grimm with the wallop. And you know what? You toxin trickery, it works on only yourself. That's fine. We'll trickery up. Who has stress? You got stress. Let's get rid of that stress. Then what we'll do is go for the group heal. A little bit of that. And then Benjamin J. Grimm wallops this man in the face with his mighty sword. Battle's done. That's right. Prodigious size does not dissuade the sharpened blade. What do we want to get rid of? Did we get nothing out of the secret room because because I'm an idiot and didn't use a key on the chest, that's why. Yep, that was real dumb, so I just probably cost myself about 6,000 gold there. That was remarkably stupid. Meh. You know what? Things are going well enough in this dungeon. If I was going to look for a reason to be salty, that wouldn't be it. Also, there's our second room we're skipping. I'm not fighting 2 battles for that one. I'll go down to these 4 rooms. Fine. Meanwhile, we can hear Sue's blood splashing on the floor. Splurt, splurt. Sue, if your arterial pressure is that high, you really should consult a physician, because you may have a hypertensive issue. I mean, if your blood is under enough pressure that when it hits the floor, you can literally hear it splat, you may have, good God. Oh, this part of the dungeon? Nope, just every fight in the universe is contained herein. Feel free to suffer, I guess. Also, Johnny, I want you back in the front of the group. Got a fight coming up here. Oh, good. My favorite kind of battle, because I love ghouls. So, yeah. We're going to kill you. I don't care about these gargoyles, even a tiny shit. All they do is damage. And not even a lot of that. Lash of the tail. Well, you can go ahead and throw a lash at Johnny Storm. It's actually a little late. Damage is done there. This is the problem. Critical skull tosses for 8 trillion damage and a whole shitload of stress. Yeah, so... 6, Reed? Get 6 damage out of that, huh? Can't really say that's an impressive level of output. You're going to go ahead and heal yourself. Alright, we need more killing, so... 10 damage. Alright, well, the buff does stack. Whap. Acceptable. If somebody had to be stunned, Johnny Storm is actually who I would have picked. Like I said, his one big bit is sort of already done. Other than some minor buffage and a little bit of occasional stress relief, there's not really much for him to bring to the table. Big heal on yourself again, I think. Probably the right job there actually would have been to go for a Hand of Light. We could have done damage to the ghoul and healed ourselves. But it's fine, we still got the kill. Johnny Storm gonna get stunned again? Nope, not this time. He actually resisted it. He's gonna grind down his own stress. Maybe a pick to the face here? There's the kill. Yes, it's all about Reed Richards, Peter. Killed for Reed, killed for Reed. Reed is the champion, blah, blah, blah. Not enough good things said about Reed. Nobel Prize for Richards again this year, blah, blah, blah. Okay, we actually can't do anything to this man given his position. So who's got the most stress? You do. Ben Grimm gonna crack a good joke. And Reed Richards takes all the accolades for Ben Grimm's hard work, as it should be. Heirlooms go on the floor because we don't have room to carry them. I am a little bit salty about the fact that every fight we're going to get into happens in this last 4 rooms. Maybe could have spread this out a little bit, dungeon? Maybe, just saying. We forgot to put Johnny Storm back in the front, so we're not going to get a free kill on the stress unit. That's disappointing, but it is what it is. I got to remember next time I employ this tactic to get my default party order in the correct default order to take specific advantage of that. Can we hit this 3rd slot? Nope. Can kill you, though. And drop a train on you. That's fine. We got 2. 2 out of 4. Pretty good on a surprise round. These guys are firing on all cylinders. Here comes the Tempting Goblet. We'll just... and we can undo that. It's a little bit of damage and some stress that we can easily unwind. Big old dodge from Reed. The bendiest douche nozzle in the universe is... I mean, yes, he is a douche nozzle, but he's also, you know, he's wiry. He's tough to connect with. Here comes the Tempting Goblet. We can undo that, too. It's acceptable. Our stress levels are definitely still entirely manageable. 13 ground away from Johnny Storm. We're going to forego any kind of healing and just kill that man. I don't want any more stress. This guy just does damage. If we need to undo damage, we can undo damage in our turn all day. Little axe blade for the thing. No, sir, not today. It's clobbering time, but I'll be the one doing the clobbering, thank you. Enjoy a pick to the face. For once, Reed Richards did not steal a kill. I'm as shocked as you are. Usually he's all about the kill stealing. Like, yeah, I stole the kill. What of it? Taking credit for the heavy lifting of Benjamin J. Grimm. I mean, I've been doing it since we were kids. Why the hell would I stop now? Just murder him. We have so little stress, it didn't really seem worth it.
Push on to the tasks.
This thing gets purified by holy water, and I think gets rid of stress. Eldritch Altar. Holy water purifies the altar. Scattering quirk removed. Ah, it gets rid of a negative quirk. All right, I'll take it. Scattering is probably not what I would have chosen to get rid of. I think you have a torn rotator cuff. Why can I not open the character panel? What the hell is going on? Yeah, see, I would have much rather gotten rid of torn rotator, but it picks a random one, so odds are we wouldn't have got torn rotator cuff anyway. There are no more barricades, so at this point, smashing cabinets with shovels is objectively the right thing to do. Nope, I need money, though, not heirlooms. I need cash. I need money. I need cash money. No, pencil shavings. What do you think I am, the Snicker Man? Come on, I am not Bubs, and you are not the cheat. We still have medicinal herbs, and we're going to use them. What do we got? Straight up 1,000 gold. Solid trade. This jade is going on the floor, and that 1,000 gold is going in my inventory instead. Definitely a solid investment we made right there. Give me this torch. Light level's at 83. 83 is acceptable. Storm, though. Johnny Storm, front of the rank. Beautiful. Now I want you to do your thing, dog. Ugh. Alright. This is good, actually, because those spearmen are actually very dangerous. So we put one right through his head. Set up for the Reed Richards. Reed Richards delivers the killing blow. He's worked on the kill floor. He knows where to strike. 8 damage out of Sue Storm. Not amazing, but it will probably set us up next turn for Reed. A quarrel to the heart for Johnny Storm. Not the end of the world. I'm just going to straight up kill that man. I don't even want to give him a chance to swing. Those guys have a really bonus. They have a really strong critical bonus, actually, so they can be surprisingly dangerous. They also have very few hit points, so are easily killed. 4, 6, what do you got? You have 4 stress. Well, here. Picture position, heal that self. John, do your thing. Give me a couple flashing daggers, though. All right. Might have liked a little more output out of that, but if you dodge, all will be right with the world. You did not dodge. And we'll go for the group heal there. Axe blade for the thing? Not today, son. Not today. I attended combat training classes and paid attention while I was there. So Reed's gonna get both of these dudes then. Yep. And done. Well struck, Reed. Pardon my reach. See, it's funny because he's plastic and bendy.
Overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer.
At this point, we could probably afford to... You know what? At this point, we can afford to get rid of food, I think. So let's feed a little bit. Johnny, you're looking a little underfed. Why don't you bulk up? Quest is complete. Hold on a second. Let's continue adventuring. Do I want to fight more for whatever is left? Apparently, we had enough rooms that we could skip 3. We picked the right 3 to skip then, too. You know what? No. I think we just camp here and call it a day. This is good. So we eat this food. That's all of our stress. All we got to do now is prevent nighttime ambush. Is there anything else we might want to do? I don't know here. Just every rose has its thorn and tiger's eye for you, because why not? Is that all of our time? Nope. Here, encourage Sue Storm to stop drinking, because I gotta say, her addiction is getting out of control. Use not your grip on the dreams of the past. You must fight just to keep them alive. We done yet? Lordy me, but aren't you well proportioned? Reed? Isn't that really what Sue normally says to you? Or are you just encouraging her with what sort of compliments you'd like to hear tonight in the boudoir? You're like, tell me how well endowed I am. She's like, Reed, you know, I knew you before you were Mr. Fant4stic, and let's just say I know that you've been enhancing your reputation, shall we say. And also, we're gonna bail. Man, the Fant4stic 4 really did a number on the ruins.
The shifted corridors and sloped walls of our ancestry are beginning to feel familiar.
Should you be excited by that, Wayne, that you're familiar with a horrible place? Man, if you heard that noise, I know it's happened a couple times in the last video. It's actually the handles on my desk drawer. They, sometimes when I shift, my knees catch them, it knocks the handles down, and they clank against them. They're big old brass handles. I have a monstrously huge wooden desk. How'd we do on EXP, though? Pretty damn good. 3 people to level 4. That's beautiful. That long dungeon paying dividends. Cove-phobe is bad. Lurker replacing evasive is frankly terrible. Oh, that's a kick in the dick. We picked up a negative quirk, and we got a worse quirk in trade for one that was amazing. Picked up Meditator, which is basically a non-issue. Sue Storm got the black spasm of the entrails, Fangophobia, and the Black Plague. I mean, we could camp some of this away. Reed could cure the plague. Yes, you know, I originally... Yes, Reed, you cured every disease retroactively in the history of humans with your time machine. Fantastic work. Maybe we'll just, you know, I think maybe we'll take we'll give the Fant4stic 4 a day off. I do want to get him leveled up as quickly as possible because I do want to get 15% virtue chance on next quest. Man, now would be the time to try and go into the... It really would be the time to take a run at the dungeon, the darkest dungeon. That would be really handy in the darkest dungeon, but we don't have the team for it. Speaking of not having the team for it, here, let's head to the sanitarium. Johnny Storm, get rid of the spasming of your entrails. Sue, you might as well get rid of the plague. And you know what? While we're at it, since we're not taking the Fant4stic 4 on the next mission, who has terrible, terrible stuff we want to get rid of? Covophobe is really bad, actually. Warren's Adventurer, on guard. Plotter. I really wish we could have kept evasive. It's just +5 dodge. That's so huge. Do I really want to get rid of... You know, I will pay to get rid of Covophobe, actually. This may be a team that we consider taking into the Cove, so... Reed, do you need any adjustments? I mean, I know, you know what? Let's take this moment to get rid of your horn rotator cuff, then. And also, let's get rid of your weak... You want to get rid of your weak grip, too. You're all jacked up, Reed. You haven't even had any Mountain Dew yet. Time for maybe some upgrades, too. We have a lot of crests. Can we upgrade anything in the Abbey? Absolutely we can. Let's do the Transept because it's cheaper than the Penance Hall.
Hope, however desperate, is never without.
And then I think we're going to head over to the Survivalist, and let's grind down the cost of camping skills because they're expensive enough, I feel. Anything else that needs an upgrade? Can we do anything in the bar? I think we need portraits here, and we don't have any. Yeah. Anything we want to upgrade here at the Abbey? I think we actually already looked at the Abbey. Yeah, we did, and I just didn't pay attention. All right, then, let's burn these last cresps on the Nomad Wagon. I upgrade the Nomad Wagon, but I never actively use it, so I'm not sure why I even bother. The Sly Eye Patch, +4 dodge. It's not terrible. It's not good, but it's not terrible. All of those things are crap, and almost all stuff that we already have one of. And this one, then, I think is... Oh, you know what? Let's check Stagecoach real quick. Anybody level 3? Nope. All right. And somebody suggested that we just take everybody from the Stagecoach. Be like, you know, you can just take everybody, and then later on you could fire them. Well, I mean, yes, I could do that. But also, if I wanted to, I could go to the dump and fill my car up with garbage and drive it back to my house. But if I'm just going to have to wind up throwing it out later... Why would I don't see the advantage to that. Why take something I don't want so I can throw it away later? Doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. This one's done. I'm gonna go relax and sort of be a little disappointed that the Fantastic Four did so well. I hate to see them succeed. I'll just have to console myself with the fact, I guess, that they don't succeed at the box office and call it a draw. If you enjoyed the episode, feel free to drop a like down in the comments section. Your support does really mean a lot. And if you'd like to see more Darkest Dungeon, consider subscribing as well. Post new episodes every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. Right now, thanks very much for watching. I'll see you again soon.